my advice, when you come to Germany, you know that this program doesn't make any sense. Okay?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming back. And in today's video, I'm so happy because this one, we've planned it for, I think, in a stretch for 3 months. Correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. 3 months. We've been planning this video. So from the topic, we are going to talk about choosing between the opportunity card and coming for a master's program or a bachelor's program. We'll talk about the merits and the demerits. That's why I brought 2 panels so that we have variety of opinions. I don't want our opinions to be biased, so that Sundin or Mark could tell us which is the best route they think one should come to Germany, right? So I'm going to leave Dean to introduce himself. So Dean, introduce yourself, where you're from, your country, what you studied in Germany, when did you come to Germany, and what you're doing currently.
Okay, so my name is Dean. I mean, mostly people call me Dean. I am from Ghana. I grew up in and around Kumasi. I came to Germany in 2018 to start a master's in biomedical science. Basically, when I was done with that, I took up a PhD position and moved to the southernmost part of Germany from the northernmost.
Great. So you forgot your university as well. Where you studied in
master's at the University of Kiel, and currently my PhD is at Friedrich Alexander University, so FAU.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard that before.
Yeah.
So now, on to Mark.
So, my name is Mark Apia. I'm a Ghanaian. I have been living in Germany for the past 8 years. I came in 2016.
Hey, 8 years. How time flies, right?
Yeah, it's been a very interesting journey since I came to Germany. So I came in 2016. I did my master's. I completed in 2019, and then since then I've just been working. And I moved from Siegen to Hamburg, and then from Hamburg I moved from Hamburg to Berlin, and here in Berlin I've been living for the past 5 years, I'll say.
Oh, great. And also, Mark, what did you study for your master's?
I studied MSc Economic Policy. So I started in 2015 and completed in 2019. And I completed KNUST in Ghana. I studied mathematics.
Oh, nice. So Mark and I went to KNUST, and then Dean is the alien here. So
yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
Good years. So I'm from the north.
Okay, that's great. So, topic of the day: between opportunity card or master's program. Let's say me, I'm so confused. I'm in Ghana or wherever, and then I know there's this route to come to Germany, there's coupon, or now there's also opportunity card. So which one do you guys think it's more easier, or which one would you recommend first? Let's ask that question. I don't know who wants to go first. Dean, yeah.
I'll start.
Okay.
So, from my experience, I would recommend coming to school because it's the same requirement. The opportunity to work also as a student, and now it's not restricted as before. You can pretty much do a lot more than when we came. That's why I'm choosing the education aspect. The second part is, if you look at the requirements again, it's the same amount of money you need to prove that you could sustain yourself for at least a year.
I think that is 12,000 euros.
Exactly. The second aspect is the fact that the German employment market is completely different. So whatever experience you have, when you get here, you're going to find it really, really difficult getting a job. Okay, first of all, even if you studied here, one thing I noticed as I went into the job market after my uni is when you don't have any internal or personal experience within Germany, it's almost like all your experience brought from your own country is non-existent. Except if you're from any of the first world countries, so any of the Western countries, and maybe somewhere around some of the Asian countries. But in general, if you don't have the experience within the German market, coming here for a year and just looking for a job, it could take you up to a year without getting a job. So I would rather start education while looking for a job alongside. You're not stopped from looking for a job. So apply for a university, get admitted. Whilst you are in the university, look for a job within the field that you qualify to work in. Alternatively, you can take a semester break, apply for an internship. Within that internship, you look for a permanent position within the company. These are all routes you can try. But I mean, if you're a professional hand worker, like a professional handyman, so someone who knows how to lay ties, an electrician, and you have a certificate to prove that, your first route before you even apply for the opportunity card, if you are interested, would be to learn the German language. You can't work here without the language. Forget what they are telling you. If you are someone who works with your hand, you can't really do anything without the language, because your customers most likely would be people who only speak German, and yeah, some would be kind enough to speak English, but in general, it's going to be very difficult. My current position, it was not mentioned that I would need German, but I'm in an institute where I'm the only foreigner. Everybody else is German, and everything is German. Yeah, from my side, I think it makes more sense to apply for school, but not everybody wants to go to school, so I could also understand from that. But I'm just saying that if you have to choose between the two, go for the education aspect.
Okay, so Dean is going for the education, and Mark?
I'll support him. I would want to come to Germany as a student, right? For several reasons. For example, if you decide to apply for study purposes in Germany, right? The route to getting the visa is quite easy, right? You just get the admission letter, you have your block account, getting the visa is seamless and quite easy and very straightforward. You'll be able to come to Germany, right? Now, also, if you decide to study in Germany, right, it's cheaper. You have access to easy and cheaper accommodation, because as a student, you have access to the Studentenwerk apartment, which makes life a little bit more, easier and affordable for you. If you come with the opportunity card, you don't have a Immatrikulationsbescheinigung, so it restricts you from getting those kind of, rabatt or discounts that students are going to get, right? And as he said, if you come with an opportunity card, what you are coming here is to find a job. What stops me as a student from applying for jobs when I'm in Germany? And I can also boast that when I complete my studies, I'm going to have an 18-month job search visa, right? Which more or less is just like the opportunity card, So I don't see the reason why I have to come with the opportunity card if I can come as a student, apply for my job, okay, or apply for job and be studying alongside. And after I complete my studies, I still have 18-month job search to be able to find myself a job. Now, if you look at where we come from, right, I'll say majority of the people are unemployed. Okay, unemployment is on the rise in Ghana or in Africa. So which means even if how many people are going to qualify for this opportunity card? How many people have this work experience to be able to apply for this opportunity card, right? So it more or less like majority of the people that we are targeting, the African people, right? Most of them will find it easier to come to Germany with studies. Most of the people in Ghana have the studies, have the qualification, have studied, but they're not finding jobs. So which means that in terms of work experience, a lot of people in Ghana do not have this detailed work experience or high work experience to even come to Germany. Even if they get this opportunity card to come to Germany, my question is, are you going to find a job, right? When you come to Germany as a student, you have the opportunity to better yourself. You have time, no pressure, relax, study the language, go to school, take a semester break if you want. If you even don't want to take a semester break, maybe in your final year when you're doing your thesis, you can apply for an internship. And I tell you, finding an internship in Germany, okay, makes it way easier for you to be able to find a job in Germany, right? And now, if you have a degree from Germany, a local degree from Germany, from a German university, the employers are going to, give more recognition to that certificate more than a certificate that is coming from outside the country. So from my side, it makes more sense to come to Germany as a student, even if you have 1,000 years work experience.
Okay.
Just come to Germany as a student, okay?
Yeah.
But behind or at the back of your mind, you are not here to study, you are trying to find a job. And if you find a job, you'll be able to switch your student visa to a working visa. And within that 12 months of the job, Chancenkarte or the opportunity card, there's no clear information whether you'll be able to extend that visa after 12 months, which means you don't know what's your fate after 12 months. But as a student visa, if you come as a student, you can be renewing your visa. The fact that you show that you have an immatriculation, and you've not completed your studies, you can keep extending it. And even if you finish, they'll say, oh, if you finish, then please take this 18-month job search visa, find yourself a job, and then you'll be able to apply for jobs. And, at the end, the benefits that someone who came with a Chancenkarte is getting, you're even getting the same thing and even more from my point of view.
Yes, I totally agree, because it's like when you come as a student, one, as you guys mentioned, the cost. Living in Germany as a student the cost is like really is affordable. It's low because you get to live in students' hostel. If you're even lucky, you're paying a rent of 4. One day and I, when we were in Kiel, our hostel was like 190 or 80 euros. It was less than 200 euros. The health insurance is cheaper. As soon as you graduate, your health insurance is higher. So the cost is also the flexibility. And then you have ample time, because for masters in Germany, I think you're given about 10 years to finish. So you have ample time. So you can actually kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Either you're doing your masters at the same time looking for a full-time job. Because I know some people came here as students, they got a full-time job and left the school. I mean, it's not like when you come to Germany as a student, you find a full-time job, you are not allowed. You can leave the school, and then surprise your company is ready to sponsor you or whatever, you can take the job. So I guess now thinking of it, coming with the education route is like a more easier way. And also looking at the chance card and the opportunity card, the requirements, I think they are kind of so much, because you need language proficiency. And even when you're coming with school, you don't most schools, you don't need language proficiency. When you're even studying English, your language proficiency from your university is just enough. But with the Chancenkarte, you need to write a language test. You need to have some points for this, experience for that. And as Mark said, a lot of people in Africa don't have jobs. And where would they get those experience from? So if you have the capacity and the finances, you should. The school route is now I recommend it. And now the big question is, in Germany, there are lots of people who have finished school in Germany and are still looking for jobs. So for me, when I saw this opportunity, I was like, what do you mean? There are unemployed people.
Yeah.
There are international students in Germany who are still looking for jobs. And I think the companies in Germany should be more open to, they are too strict on the language, I think. They should be open to the English thing, because the world is evolving. Dean, I think you want to say something.
No, I mean, what I was going to say would be all the jobs, I think most of the people they are looking for are not the graduates from most German universities. They are looking for bricklayers, tilers, they are looking for masons, they are looking for factory workers. So if you don't have, they're looking for engineers that speak German.
Yes.
Of an engineer in Ghana speaking German is almost non-existent. Also, they are looking for engineers, not like people with engineering degrees. So you have to have experience operating different equipments in your field. The easiest way for you to come here is if you are in the IT field, which is currently saturated. There are people, you're competing from India, from all over the world. There are more IT people from India than the whole population of Ghana. So your chances are really not that high. I mean, I'm not discouraging you, but if you want to go down that route, I think the first thing to do before you even think of applying is to start learning German. Easy. I mean, Firdaus knows. She's been here for how long?
Here too.
So, I mean, the language helps. And even if they are flexible, the problem is when you deal directly within the company, most people will not speak English. Even if they do, they will tell you are in Germany. You need to speak German. So for your own life quality, I think it's better you learn the language. You may be able to survive in the first few months without it, but later, for your own quality of life, everything becomes easier in Germany once you make an effort to learn the language. I mean, I've gone through this process, and even services offered to you once you make an attempt to speak language, the language changes. So, yeah. Also, if you studied in Germany, your master's degree, you need only 24 months to get a permanent residence. So in total, if you do your master's in 2 years, you need to work only 2 more years to become a permanent resident.
Yeah.
But when you come in here as chancellor employee or whatever, you need to contribute into the pension system for at least 60 months. And that's roughly about 5 years. So I don't know if I mean, and you also look at it like this way. In the end, you have a degree, an extra degree, which would determine how much more you can earn. But then you also have a smoother way to integrate into the system already.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And also with the opportunity card, you are given 1 year visa, and let's be realistic. It could take up to a year that you've not even found a job in Germany. And then I think even if you are learning like German in Ghana, it's not as you are learning German in Germany. Maybe, okay, they said you need A1 German. That A1 you have in Ghana is when you come, and whatever they'll say, you not even hear it, right? So it's different. So it's like now you're in Germany, you have a year to find a job, and also you need to learn the language fluently. I think it's too much, right? Some people learn language fast. Some of us, it's not that easy. It's slow, So imagine you searching for a job and learning language at the same time. And at the same time, you need to have a part-time job to take care of yourself. You might have come with a block account, but you still have to earn money. Sometimes it's a loan, so you need to pay back or something. Because I watched this Indian girl that also came with like this opportunity card. She was like, it's not what she expected at all. It was like the job rejections. So that's the thing. Job rejections in Germany is a real thing. Like you need to apply so much. So I don't know if Mark wants to add something before I ask my next question.
I agree 100%. The language is very important, right? If you come to Germany, if you really want to integrate, even forget about you are using the language to apply for jobs, for your self-confidence, right? You need to be able to understand the language, right? If you meet up with people who are Germans, right, how odd does it feel when they are speaking German, right? And then after every conversation, they have to do the translation for you because you don't understand anything. So learn the language. I mean, why are you in Germany? Why do you want to live in Germany for too long if you don't want to learn the language, right? Unless probably you have a different motive. Hey, after studying in Germany, I want to leave this country as soon as possible. Then I really understand. But if you really want to stay here for too long, or if you have you think that you have a lot of plans for Germany and you really want to stay here for a longer time, I think that you become a student. Don't stress yourself. Just take your time. Okay. Yes. Take your time, study, do your A1.1, do your A1.2, do your A2.1. Just go through the steps step by step. By the time you are done with your studies, you might have the C1, at least B2 maybe, right? And then you can express yourself, even if not to fluency level, at least when someone is speaking to you, you are able to respond in German. When that happens, right, even in interviews, they might easily want to know your language skills in German. So they might even do the English, they might even have the interview in English, but at the point they'll say, now let's switch to German. Let me see how your language level is. And if you're able to express yourself and they realize that, oh, you're able to take instructions and you're able to express yourself, they might want to give you a chance. But for you to just come into an interview and then you say, oh, from your CV, you've been in Germany for the past 9 years, 8 years, and zero language skills, they'll be like, okay, so what's up? What have you been doing all this while? Then it already gives them a negative feeling about you that you really don't want to learn the language. So learn the language, from my opinion.
Yeah.
Highly.
So yeah, I know Dean and Mark, you guys can speak German. If you have some tips to people who are looking for it to learn German, and let me start with Dean because Mark just talked.
Yeah. How did I learn German? To be honest, I took the basic steps. So I did A1.1, A1.2.
Yeah.
Then I skipped to B1. I didn't do A2. And I did an intensive B1 course because I was done with my master's and it was COVID and we had some time. So I just did it. But in fairness, I became fluent because I finally started to interact with people and speak with people. From the classroom, I just know the rules. I know when someone makes a grammatical error, but it's really not the same as speaking. If you remember, Firdaus, I was always working in companies where only German was required. I didn't speak German. Sometimes I just said I did, and sometimes I would Google interactions and translate, memorize them. So I faked it till I made it.
Yeah. I was going to ask you how you managed to skip A2 to B1. Like, how?
Yeah, I took an exam that placed me in the next level.
Yeah, true. Okay.
I was interacting with people, I was learning new words, and it made it easier for me to move to the next step. So I worked in a restaurant. I did every kind of job.
I know. I know. I agree with you. Like, speaking helps you because obviously, you could have the B1 on paper or whatever. But if you can't speak, then that's a problem, right? So, Mark, any tips for anyone who wants to learn German?
I would advise that if you come to Germany, you have the opportunity to work in a company where there is more communication in Germany. Like, do it. Don't feel, okay, this is not for me. I don't feel comfortable. Do it. Like Dean said, if you're in a company or if you're working in a restaurant, maybe, right, and then they are speaking a lot of German, you will also automatically learn. I just did A1 or A2, I think. And even the A2, I started, but I did not complete it. Okay, I stopped and then I started, working I started working in a place like Burger King. I was at the castle. I was only speaking German to the customers. That bettered my German to a high level, I would say. So I also did not do B1. I just registered for the exams. I did not go to any class. I just said, okay, I think I'm good. I can pass the exams. So I just registered at the Volkshochschule, B1, and then I just wrote it and I passed. And I can tell you, when I was doing the exams and we were doing the speech part, there were a lot of people who could not really express themselves, right? And I was expressing myself very well. The woman told me that you should go to B2. The woman told me that go to B2, right? And as you said, I realized that my speaking is good, not because of anything, just because I've been speaking it. And I was in a VG where all of them were Germans. They were only speaking in German language to me. So I had to get comfortable with the language, right? So for me, having the B1 certificate and showing it around that people have B1 certificate means nothing if you cannot speak the language. So practice the language, keep speaking, be comfortable speaking the language. And I think that with time, you realize that the B1 certificate, is reflecting how you are speaking the language, because a lot of people have the certificate, but they cannot speak the language at all.
Speak it. Yeah, that one is like, you've not even done anything. Like, who cares of your certificates? Like, unless you're going to apply for a passport. But the most important thing can you speak? Can you understand? Yeah. So I get to the end of the video. Any tips for anyone who wants to study in Germany? Do you guys have top 5 programs you think have prospects for people who want to come to Germany?
Okay, I will start. So don't do in humanities if you don't speak German. Don't do it, because you're living in a German society. Nobody will employ you. What are you going to do? If you study any of the STEM, your chances are much higher. but of course, not everybody can go into STEM.
Yeah.
The last one, if you do the humanities, at least have some mathematics background, or learn German. Otherwise, nobody is going to employ a business advocate if you don't speak German here. If lucky in Berlin or Frankfurt, you might find a job. These two places. Outside these two places, it's going to be very difficult in Germany.
You know, like I know people actually did humanities in Germany and they actually found a job. Like my cousin, he did political science. But him, the guy learned, I was in Germany before him, like maybe 2 years before him. He learned German so fast. He was getting internships here and there. He got a job so easy. He did political science, right? Yeah. So with humanities, you need to really learn the language. And like social work is also like a good program. Also, if you have the language, definitely you find something. Psychology or whatever. I think with everything, just really know the language. And then you might find something. But yeah, probably with humanities, the opportunities might not be as much as like STEM. I agree. Yeah.
If you are a teacher also, learn the language. You can easily have something. I forgot it, but it's probably either an canon. So your certificate, professional certificate will be recognized. If you speak German, you can easily start teaching. You might take some course for 6 months or 1 year to get everything recognized. So teachers are also really in high demand, only if you speak the language up to C1 level, minimum.
Language. Yes, Mark.
So I'm talking to my Ghanaian people, right?
Okay.
Who really want to leave the country. It doesn't matter which program you apply. The fact that you apply and you get an admission, come. There's nothing important there in Ghana for you. You're not finding a job, whatever you're not finding there, it's not a problem. Just come, get the admission, come to Germany. My advice, when you come to Germany, you know that this program doesn't make any sense. Okay? You made it to Germany. You and I know that this program is not making any sense to you. Learn the language, leave that course, go and do an Ausbildung. Leave that, do the language then quickly, get to B1. See, I came to Germany in 2016. Okay? I have a friend who came in 2016, was reading a course. I told her all the time, this is crap. Doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. Road to democracy. What would you want to do after your studies with road to democracy?
What's the course? Say it again.
Road to democracy. Like, what do you mean by road to democracy?
Sorry.
She studied for 3 years, and could not find a job, and then did B1 and started doing Krankenpflege, like it went into the Ausbildung. She has now finished and is fully employed and earning good money. 6-7 years to find your passion or path in Germany. Meanwhile, if you came and you came and then we told you, hey, my friend, just learn the B1 and leave this nonsense and go and get yourself out. After 3 years, you already know where you are going. So I'm talking to the people in Ghana who have no job. Come, apply. Just apply to any program. Even if you have a master's degree, if you even have a bachelor's degree and you're not finding admission to a master's degree, apply for a bachelor's degree. Come. But please, when you come, forget about your bachelor's, learn the language, get an Ausbildung, and enter. And you'll be good.
Yes, I agree. Totally.
That's my advice for everybody.
That's a very good advice, actually. And with the Ausbildung, if you guys don't know, it's a vocational skill, like in Germany, it's for 3 years. And with Ausbildung, look, they have it's a lot, a whole lot. I think maybe up to 500 skills.
Built on Ausbildung here. Forget all the universities. It's the economy.
Exactly.
And they pay well. I'm telling you, I know.
Yes.
Who did an Ausbildung after, I don't know, 7-8 years of work. Currently, she's earning so much after tax. She's earning almost 5,000 euros. That's like as higher middle class.
Yeah. True. Yeah. So if
important Firdaus, I did language. I'm in science. I'm in STEM. I didn't need it, but I'm telling you, it made my opportunities go 5-fold. And I have a friend who finished his PhD 4 months. So he's currently still looking for a job. He's getting money from a job center, but also he has a limited amount of time he can get the money until they kick him out of Germany because he didn't learn the language.
Wow, you see?
And he can't stay here without a job.
Yeah, true.
So,
And I want to add this, that with the Ausbildung, you get money monthly from them.
yeah, not
Forgot to add that.
yeah.
What's your big deal? Why are you stressing? Why are you stressing reading Road to Democracy? Do the Ausbildung, get the B1, do the Ausbildung, get money, no block account issues. Just do your one corner, 3 years, finish Ausbildung, get a job, and you get even a job faster than we who finish the degrees.
True. The job is available, like it's there.
Yeah. So for me, like I said, I didn't need German, but I learned it. I passed the exam. I have my permanent residence. I can apply for passport if I want, or because I learned the language, I didn't have to. But living here, it makes your life much easier.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you're studying material science or whatever, you think, oh, I'm studying engineering, I have a job, so I'm not going to learn the language. Later, you start to see that you need it. So, yeah.
Everything boils down to a language. For instance, me, I am not in Germany right now. I'm in the Netherlands. But because of the basics of German that I have, now me learning Dutch, it's way easier. I don't think I should have even registered for A1 because it's like the basics are really, really close. Yeah. So it's easier for me than when I was learning German. I had no idea about German. But like now learning Dutch, it's like, it's really close. And now, like I've learned a better lesson. Moving to Netherlands, I'm going to prove to myself that I can actually learn a language and finish, because in Germany, I didn't fulfill that. So that's also it really narrows your job search. So everything boils down to a language. Like the language is even more important than the program you are studying, right? It's very, very important. In as much as you want that master's certificate, the language is also like top priority. You should also like put commitment and dedication. I know studying masters it's overwhelming. Sometimes you have exams, then you pause on the language. As soon as you pause and you skip a step, the next semester you don't take it again, then you are drawing back. When you start again, it's like you have to go back. So it's like, if you don't do it every semester, so this is my advice, do it every semester. Like enroll in German class. Don't skip, just try, be committed and dedication. Everything boils down to the language in Germany. Language is like top priority. Yeah. So last but one question. Tips for anyone searching for jobs in Germany.
Experience, it's important, even if it's non-paid. But experience within the German system.
Sure.
To be honest, I don't have that much experience in job search, so that's all I can. All I showed when my interview was that the project they were going to do, I had skills that I could help in that project. And I had 2 interviews, one on Zoom and one I went to the institute and made a presentation of all the tools they required, and basically that was it. And I can tell you, if you have the skills that they are looking for, at least from my experience, I think where you come from doesn't make a difference. You would get that's one thing I noticed.
Yeah, true. Where you come. So my mother said something like 2 weeks ago. She was like, she always heard that white people never employ black people, but for me, she knows that white people actually employ us. I was like, no. So first you have the skill. It's that's what people have. My Ghanaians have this mindset when you come. Oh, why are you going to school? Must I leave the school and go and find some? No. Go to the school and get the skills. And when you have the skills, these people, they don't care. They don't care. They just need your experience to work with them. What they want is profitability. So they don't look at, so don't think about those things. The opportunities, just learn hard. Yeah.
It does. So one thing, I think my brother will support me. When you come here, do not be in a rush to be rich. You will never be rich and you'll probably go back home. You need to be patient to build yourself until you get there. Do not be in a hurry to buy a car and send it home. I see so many people doing that. They want to prove that they are in Germany and they've made it, but they've not made it yet.
Just
take it.
True. Mark, tips for job search. As for Maggie, I know he has a lot.
I mean, I agree to what he's saying, and I'm one, right? So when I came to Germany, I was like, damn, I'm going to make huge sums of money. So I started taking up part-time jobs and whatsoever, Though I was focusing on my job, I was focusing on my studies, but at the long run, I realized that it was not worth it. How much? You're doing virtually, and you cannot even work more than 80 hours. How much money do you want to make? How much money do you really want to make everybody feel like you are rich? You've not yet arrived. You just came to Germany. You are not yet there yet. The path is very, very long. You have to finish school, yeah, because when you finish school and you are working full time, then you realize that, oh damn, I wasted a lot of time studying, wasting my money, wasting my time study and trying to find part-time jobs and stuff. Meanwhile, the good money is even after school.
Yeah.
You work full time, you have a full-time contract, you are paying taxes, you realize that now you are really, doing things yourself, and you can even take a lot of decisions on your own. You don't have to, there are no restrictions. As a student, you have so many restrictions. So I agree totally to that. When you come to Germany, take your time, go to school. For example, I did my internship. I had to travel to Hamburg to do the internship. I had to pay for Airbnb. I had to still pay for my rent in Siegen. It was lost for me, but I knew what I was looking for. A lot of people are saying, hey, Mark, why are you doing this? You're wasting your money. I said, bro, I don't want to finish school and apply for another school. I want to finish school and find a job. So I want to do this internship. And based on that internship, I want to find myself a job. So the investment was worth it. So for me, I would say that if you really want to look for a job in Germany, language and work experience. Work experience in the sense that find yourself an internship before you get your certificate from school. Do not finish your studies, and then when we look at your CV, the work experience there is from Ghana. That they don't like it. The work experience should be, oh, I did my internship in this company, I was working with this. They want to have the feel that you understand the working culture in Germany here. When you enter into the office, you understand. You know how to use some basic tools, Outlook, Teams, Slack, whatever. But if you just say you don't have no experience, you don't have anything, you don't know anything, all that you have is your master certificate with a grade point or with average grade point of 1.0, then the question is, yeah, okay, so what have you learned? What do you know? So my advice.
I think I got a call. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I can't hear you guys. I got a call, so
yeah, we can just
I refresh?
Yeah, we can still go. Maybe she'll come back later. So just as I was saying, just find yourself an internship and then learn the language.
I want to refresh and
then as well, when you are applying, it's very important that you keep applying for jobs. Do not stop. A lot of people get demotivated by, I've gotten so many rejections. I don't know what is going on. Why am I getting so many rejections? I mean, Fides can tell with experience. I can tell with experience. If you go into my email, the rejections I have there are over 100 or 200. I don't care if I get rejected for a job anymore. I don't even care. Sometimes you apply and then during the midnight, you get the rejection. Sometimes you apply after 2-3 hours, you get the rejection. But it's not a problem. Keep applying. I'm telling you, the fact that your CV looks right, the fact that you have an internship, you are going to find your job somewhere there, but don't stop applying. That's the advice I can give.
Sure. Like, definitely work experience is very important, because we all agree that one way or the other, experiences got us somewhere. Like the internship you did got us. Definitely, me, all the interviews I got was because of my internship in France. They were not really so concerned about what I did in Ghana, even though it was like in depth more than, but they're like, oh, you were in this place. I was like, so internship, language, internship, that's work experience, language, and then perseverance. Please, the application, the rejections you go through, don't give up.
Yeah.
So the final question, you want to say something, Dean?
Yeah, I was going to give an example. When I applied for my master's, I applied a year prior, and I got, because I didn't have enough lab experience. And what I did was to sign up for a hospital in my neighborhood for free and work in the lab for 6 months. And I applied again for the program and I got admitted. Okay. I worked for free for 6 months. So,
So it's worth it.
yeah, it's worth it. I'm
So
here.
sometimes you need to sacrifice, you know. You shouldn't be so money oriented at the beginning. It's going to come. Relax. As they said, like don't be in a hurry like that. Right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes when they come to gym, hey Charlie, me there, I want money, I have to take part-time job, you not go to class, every day you're tired. Hey, that's a why.
Don't be like the people I won't mention their name.
Oh my god, yeah, we've come across people like that. So it's not, to be honest, it's not worth it. You end up wasting so much time doing all these jobs once
Yeah.
you could take less shifts, concentrate on school, also concentrate on looking for internships. Than sometimes as Ghanaians or Africans, I think we have this imposter syndrome that we are scared of applying for positions, internship, working student, even heavy jobs. That some of us are scared of applying for heavy jobs, you know. But
Sometimes
yeah.
from home, once you're here, you have to establish, let the people know that I'm here on I'm a student.
Yeah.
I cannot be you can't be a burden on me. I can only support in a small way. I am still a full-time student. Otherwise, if you create the fake impression that you're in Germany and you've made it, demand is going to increase. My family, if my mom, the moment someone say, "Oh, I heard your son is in Germany," they're like, "Oh yeah, he's a student. He has not started working yet." Every single time my mom says that.
Nice. That's a good strategy, right?
Yeah.
So, in final, has Germany been worth it for you guys?
Mark, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say Germany has been worth it. To me, personally, for me, Germany, it is. I mean, I give credit to Germany because Germany has helped me to achieve many things that I would have not even achieved in Ghana, to be very honest. It gave me stability, and at the same time too, I was able to find job. I was able to do my master's degree, you know. In terms of money, you know, I earn good salary that I like, you know, even though they'll say in Chi epokra in Sotogum, which means you want always more money, but I'll be honest, I'm grateful, right? I'm very grateful. The system is working. Dean has his permanent residence. I got my permanent residence 3 years ago. Now I have the passport. I feel good, you know. So I feel like Germany has been 100% worth it. So that's why I tell my people, if you have completed your master's degree or your bachelor's degree in Ghana, and you are struggling finding a job, and you have 11,300 euros block account, come, don't shy away, come, but have a plan. Don't just come here and just, as Dean said, oh my God, I've arrived. Part-time job, full-time job, Amazon, this Amazon job. I never did it. Why? What is this? Why should I kill myself and do some crazy Amazon job? It will kill you. So just come, have a plan for yourself. I advise a lot of people. When you come to Germany, I just look at your studies. Bro, this studies doesn't make any sense. This course doesn't make any sense. Learn language, do house building. And people have been doing it. I have like 2-3 people behind me, or people that I've mentored, and they are now doing house building, you know. And at the end, they'll be able to find themselves a pretty job, settle down. And then when you look at people who you started or you completed studies with in Ghana, you're even doing far way better than them coming to Germany. So for me, there are a lot of people who say, oh, Germany has not been worth it for them. Yeah, I understand. I mean, it's not supposed to work for everybody, but for me, it's 100% worth it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for me, I would say the same. I have achieved my dream. I've always wanted a master's degree. I made my life plan when I was in high school. I always wanted a PhD. I'm almost there. I have the right to remain in Germany for as long as I can go to Ghana anytime the need requires. I'm earning livable salary. I'm able to solve my problem and the problem of my family to the best of my ability. Good healthcare. I have a stable life. I think it's worth it. In the first year, to be honest, when I came after like 6 months, I regretted it because I left my job, I left my home. I like good weather, and I came here and I learned the language. So in the first 6 months, I thought I made a mistake. After 1 year, I accepted my position. That, okay, I've already done this. There's nothing I can do anymore. Oh, I have tried quitting my master's several times.
Oh yeah. I've even applied for it. Everybody went through that phase.
It's not that it's easy from the get-go, but that is life. Nothing good comes easy. You have to work. And I'm telling you, after 6 years here, I speak another language. In addition to, I don't know, the 4 I speak in Ghana already. I have exposed myself to a different environment. I've met so many different people from different parts of the world. Better person than I was before 6 years ago. I'm more exposed, more educated, wiser. I mean, this may seem, but it's the more you experience these things, the wiser you become as you grow older. So yeah, for the next generation of my family, if I do have the seeds of my own, they wouldn't go through what I went through. So yes, it's worth it.
That's great. Yeah, for me as well, even though I'm not in Germany, I've become a prodigal daughter, but it was worth it because without Germany, I wouldn't also be in Netherlands. Would have been impossible. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys took like 1 or 2. We talked about a lot of things, and I'm sure this is like a workshop. People actually pay for this kind of things, and it's for free. So but thank you guys for watching, and also thank you to Dean and Mark. I hope to see you guys again on my platform. It wasn't easy getting these 2 people here because journey, like time, people are like busy and stuff. To get people together is not that easy. But yeah, thank you so much for gracing the platform, and I really appreciate you all. See you guys in another one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.